everyone, welcome back to the Library of Parthos. My name is Sarah and today is an unboxing day. We are going to be unboxing the Owlcrate box for the month of September 2024. Before we get into that, I am super excited. I just had to share. First of all, I was cutting something today and I pinched my finger in the scissors and got a blood blister, which that's fine, but it happened so fast. And so I have this gross band-aid on, and I apologize. I picked a clear one thinking you wouldn't be able to see it, and it's somehow more visible than if I had gone with one of the fabric style band-aids. But anyway, I got my first piece of permanent jewelry a couple of weeks ago, and I'm super excited. So I got a bracelet. So if you're not familiar, the way that this works is you can do rings, bracelets, anklets, necklaces, whatever it is. They measure wherever you're going to be wearing it, and then it is just welded together on your wrist or around your neck, wherever you're wearing it. So if you want to take it off, all you would have to do is use wire clippers just to cut the chain that was welded together. The appeal for me was that I have my rings that I wear. I like wearing different earrings, though these are my go-tos. And I don't really enjoy wearing necklaces and bracelets because for whatever reason, it's just a hassle to put them on and take them off. And so I'm just not willing to do it. But with this, I felt like it was a good, a happy medium where I have something on, I can't take it off, and I don't have to worry about that hassle. Now, to my hubby's point, could I just put something on and leave it on? Sure. But things tarnish, the colors change. Sometimes the colors rub off on your skin. So this is a sterling silver chain, so it shouldn't tarnish or anything, but I did get this cute little connector. So I'm super excited about this. We're going on a little over a week with it on, and so far I have no complaints other than I sleep with my Apple Watch on my right wrist, and sometimes the chain kind of digs into my hand when I wake up, but that's pretty much it. So I'm super excited about it. We're gonna see how long it lasts together because I'm not really somebody who commits to jewelry and sticks with it. So we'll see how long this lasts. But anyway, I was super excited and I had to share. So let's go ahead and get to unboxing today. So we have an interesting problem for this box. I did not receive a spoiler card in the box, so we were gonna kind of wing it. I did go on Owlcrate's Instagram and find a list of fandoms in the box, so we're gonna play a little bit of a match game and see if we can figure out what items were inspired by what fandoms. The fandoms in this box include The Invisible Life of Addie, LaRue, Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Unmaking of June Farrow, and The Bear and the Nightingale. So we are going to see which items best fit those titles as we go through the box together. Now, as always, I have taken out the little paper packaging pieces just so they don't make a mess, but everything else in the box I've not looked at, so we're gonna look at it together. The first item in the box is the next mug in the stackable mugs collection. So this is the design that we're looking at, and honestly this is perfect for fall. It says every story has the potential for infinite endings. I love the fox on there, it's my favorite animal. And so if I were looking at this and having to guess, I would say Once Upon a Broken Heart is probably what inspired this mug. That's just my guess, but let me know what you think if you think that that matches up. Can't wait to use this. This will be one of my go-tos for the next oh my gosh, how much longer fall do we have? 5-6 weeks, I think. I don't know, it's dwindling, but this will be something that I'm definitely using very heavily this time of year. Next up we have this candle, and this one actually made it really easy on me. The candle says Farrow Flowers. It's jasmine, vanilla, and is it lang lang? Is that how you say it? I'm actually not sure. So, ooh. This actually smells really good. I'm super picky about candles. I don't like anything that's super floral. Usually my go-tos are very fruity, and I don't use a lot of candles. I use the Leaves one in the fall from Bath & Body Works. Then I will do, every once in a while, I'll do the Evergreen in the winter. However, one year I had an evergreen wallflower and it spilled all over the floor, and I couldn't get the evergreen smell out for weeks. So that one was ruined for me for a while, and I can't remember if I'm like okay with it again. The winter berry is pretty good, and I do like the frosted cranberry. And then usually the rest of the year, I'll maybe every once in a while pull out a black cherry Merlot candle. But for the most part, they're all very fruity. So I was a little nervous about the jasmine in this, but it's very subtle. The vanilla, I think, is the strongest scent. So it's like, I'm trying to describe like what I feel. It's a very comforting scent. Like if it were a lotion, it's definitely a lotion that I would be using. So this, I think this would be a good winter candle. It's very comforting, very cozy. So I think I'm gonna wait till like maybe January, February and use this when like it's super cold outside and I just wanna cuddle under a blanket and feel like warm and snug. And then I'll light this candle and it'll be lovely. So next up we have this box, which I'm assuming there's some sort of jewelry inside. The outside of the box says, "What is a person if not the marks they leave behind?" So I think we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and The Bear and the Nightingale left. So this is giving The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. It is a locket and it has like a constellation design on the front, which is very much giving Addie LaRue. There's nothing on the back, and let me just see if there's anything on the inside of the locket. Probably not, I'm sure it's empty. Okay, so it is empty, but the inside is engraved with "I remember you." So I know that that's a quote from that book, even though I've not read it. So that totally makes sense. Just having this jewelry discussion, this is probably not something I would wear. Actually, I think it's a little too big for me. So this will probably be something that I give away or re-gift, or, you know, it's probably not something that I'm going to keep, but it is really cute. So there's one item left in the box and there's one fandom left, which is The Bear and the Nightingale. So I'm guessing this little pouch is from The Bear and the Nightingale. It makes sense because of the horse on here. I remember that there was a horse very prominently in that story. I honestly don't remember a whole lot other than that. I remember like bits and pieces of the book, but it is a really nice bag. It looks like it'll sit pretty flat. It expands. So definitely something you could use while traveling. So yeah, this is really cute. I'll definitely make use of this. The last bookish item in the box is the Perfect Pairings pin. This was specifically listed on the Instagram post, so I did know what this fandom was. Also, it's listed on the back of the pin. So this is from The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Just, you know, we're testing them out. This one moves pretty easily, which is nice. I don't really know much about this book, but this is pin 9 of 12, so we are wrapping up this collection. I'm super excited to get all of these displayed. Usually there's a pin banner at the end that matches the theme of the pins, so a couple of years ago they were suitcases, so the pin banner had like a compass on it, and then last year they were all books, so the pin banner was like a bookshelf. So I'm intrigued to see what pin banner will match these, but I just kind of have them collecting in like a little container until that happens, and then I can display them all at the same time. Last but not least, we have the book for this month, and so I'm gonna have to just read the summary from the inside of the book, which, as I think we've discovered, is probably fine because the summary on the Owlcrate card is not usually as in-depth as the summary in the book, so it's probably just better to go that way. The book for this month is At the End of the River Styx. This is written by Michelle Kowicki. So we have this gorgeous like deep blue cover on the outside. The back of it says, "The stars hold our stories, never forget your roots, never forget the old gods." We have this beautiful sprayed edge with bookshelves and a cat on it, which is super cute. Let's take a look at the inside of the dust jacket. It's that green color again that I've just been loving. So I don't know, which one do I do? Which one do I put out? It's so hard to pick. I love this color. So the book without the dust jacket says Fox Books, used in collectible books. On the back it says, "I'd miss you too much if you were gone." Let's take a look at the art on the inside. So very like bookshop heavy themed, which I like. And the back of it, slightly different. I had to check. I wasn't sure if it was the same. So let's read the summary that's on the inside of the dust jacket and see what this book is going to be about. Okay, so the summary says, is saving someone you love worth an eternity of servitude? To save his dying mother, Zan offered his life and centuries of servitude to the Ferryman. For 499 years of his 500-year curse, Zan has guided souls in the underworld to the edge of the river Styx so the Ferryman can devour them. And if Zan stops before his sentence is up, the Ferryman will eat his soul. In Portland, Bastian is grieving. He barely survived a car accident that took his mother, and he is haunted by troubling dreams of a dark, flooded corridor. One night, a door appears in the endless corridor, and Bastian walks into Zan's office, where he learns that he was supposed to die in that accident. It should be easy for Zan to hand Bastian over like he has countless others, only Bastian keeps disappearing before Zan can deliver him. The more they meet, the more they find they have in common, and before long their feelings for each other deepen. After an eon of loneliness, Zan can't bring himself to let Bastian die. The boys borrow time hiding from the Ferryman, but only one of them can cheat death. Zan must decide if he's willing to give up his chance at life to save Bastian, and Bastian must decide if he's willing to keep living if it means losing Zan. I love Greek mythology, and I just recently, within the last year or so, discovered that I love the Ferryman stories. I did a review of the Ferryman series by Claire McFall, I believe it was, where a girl passed away. There was a ferryman who was supposed to deliver her to the other side. They ended up falling in love, and he went back to the land of the living with her, which caused a whole bunch of problems. And that series was amazing. It was heartbreaking. It was so good, and I don't think that it's one that people talk about a whole lot. It's definitely a hidden gem in my opinion, and I highly, highly recommend it. I'll try to link all of my reviews for that series in the description, because I did a review of all of them because I love them so much. So I'm wondering if I'll get similar vibes from this book. I also just realized when I was holding it that it has a ribbon bookmark. Oh, it sure does. That's a game changer. I love when books have that. That's amazing. So that wraps up the Owlcrate box for September 2024. That also wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon.